Welcome back to MMA Al Dente. I am the guy who picked Maximo Blanco to defeat Chaz Skelly. And I'm here to talk about Payton Talbott taking on Yanis Ghemmouri. And this fight here is just the latest edition of I'm picking this guy, but I'm betting on this guy. And you can pretty much guess who's who. Payton Talbott is my pick to win this fight, but he is a gigantic favorite. Gigantic favorite. Way too big of a favorite. Way too big. I think I would feel much more confident. Well, I'm not betting on him at all, but I would feel confident enough to bet on him if the odds were tighter and if Yanis Ghemmouri had looked a little more vulnerable. But Yanis looks like a pretty tough guy to get out of there. I'll get to the TKO loss in a minute or two. And Payton Talbott, as good as he looks on the feet, he looks like an incredible athlete who's patching up his holes. And on the feet, he looks like a real force. That win against Cameron Simon was incredible. And that's my basis for picking him to win. But no way would I ever bet on him. These odds are wrong, and I am excited to bet on Yanis Ghemmouri. His money line is incredible, and I'd like to see the props. I would pick him to win. If he was going to win, it'd be by decision, although I've never seen Payton Talbott lose. But regardless, I'm happy throwing a stab on his money line without having seen any props. But Payton Talbott looks incredible. He's got a record of 8-0 now. His last win over Cameron Simon, a round 2 TKO, was beautiful. He looked incredible early in that fight and got him out of there still pretty early in the first few seconds of round 2. Before that, he beat Nick Aguirre, got him out of there with a rear naked choke in round 3. A very impressive win. Getting the wrestler out of there on the ground like that. And before that, he won his one decision victory over Reyes Cortez Junior Cortez, on the Contender Series. And that was a fight where he was tested early, but took over and won later. My biggest criticism of Payton Talbott, and the reason I bet against him with Nick Aguirre, I might have even picked against him, I don't know, but it's because I've seen that he's easy to be taken down. He is takedownable. You can get in on his hips. And that's something he's trying to patch up, but the hole isn't completely patched up as of now. And Yanis Ghemmouri definitely has takedowns in his arsenal, but he's not really a wrestler, first and foremost. I don't think he is anyway. At least he doesn't look like it from the way he fights. But that's the primary hole in Payton Talbott's game. And I do think the first loss of his will be somebody taking him to the ground and taking away all that mobility and offense. But that can happen here with Yanis Ghemmouri. But Yanis Ghemmouri can also slow him down with his counter striking. Yanis Ghemmouri is a very patient, powerful striker, good counter striker, and he's got some solid leg kicks, which that could be the weapon that takes Payton Talbott's whole offensive arsenal off the table and also takes something away from him and slows him down, maybe puts him on his ass. I think that's his primary weapon here in this fight, Yanis Ghemmouri. Calf kicks. But I'm picking Payton Talbott to win because Yanis Ghemmouri, one of my biggest criticisms of him is that he doesn't make shit happen a lot. He slows things down. He's a boring counter striker. And when he's grappling you, it's still very neutralizing. He's just not the most aggressive fighter out there, no matter what the position is. But on the flip side, he's very tough to dominate and to get out of there. He's maybe had a lot of close fights in whatever his record is. He's had a few split decisions. One of them shouldn't have been split. He dominated the guy. But another fight against this guy Nowitzki was close, and he was actually hurt pretty badly. Got hit with a left hook and was staggering in round 2. That's the one half a strike I'll give his chin, against his chin. But he's still a guy that makes it tough to dominate because he's a neutralizing counter striker. He's got a bit of that Mateus Nicolau in him. And he's also pretty powerful, too, even though his record doesn't show it. He's got 3 knockouts or TKOs. One of them was with doctor stoppage, and the other 2, I believe, come in his last 2 wins, which is a good look. But neither one of them was like a clean knockout. One of them was due to leg kicks, even though it might say punches put the guy away, and punches did. He ripped him to the body and whatever. But he took him out of the fight with leg kicks. And The other fight was a win where he won with a knee. It was a clean knockout, but it was one of those. It was like a split second after the guy got up off the ground. You know, in that split second where the arm is up and you can hit him in the knee, right there, hit him in the face. Right then, he hit him in the face with a knee and knocked the guy out. So technically a standing finish, but he was roughing the guy up on the inside there. So he doesn't have, that one punch equalizer like a lot of other fighters do that are strikers first and foremost. But he's still a very effective striker. And he throws all kinds of nice leg attacks. Those calf kicks can work on anybody, but he also has good oblique kicks. Those oblique kicks stabbing at the knees of Payton Talbott, especially if he catches him coming in, hits him with a hard one, he could take away all that mobility. So I think that's his primary weapon here in the fight. But without anybody being hurt or taken down or whatever, I do envision Payton Talbott beating up Yanis Ghemmouri on the outside. Payton Talbott, he just looks incredible. Again, looks like he's patching up that wrestling hole in his game. But on the feet, he's a problem. And I think he's got too much activity and mobility for Yanis Ghemmouri. But Payton has been taken down a few times. That guy Rivas he fought, he knocked him out in round 3 with a beautiful uppercut, but that guy took him down and controlled him. Another guy he fought on the regional scene took him down. Nick Aguirre, Reyes Cortez, he's been taken down. That's his primary path to defeat as of now. And even though Yanis Ghemmouri isn't Mr. Wrestler, he's still got some takedowns. I've seen him. And that could be a path to victory as well for Yanis Ghemmouri over Payton Talbott. So I'm picking Payton Talbott to win, and I'm picking him to win a decision. Oh yeah, I didn't even address the losses of Yanis Ghemmouri. He's got 2 of them. One is a triangle choke many years back to this guy Steve Palafante. Beautiful name. And another one is his UFC debut against William Gomez. Round 3 body kick technically, but he was hitting the nuts. I don't consider that a legitimate finish. I thought, and I don't always side with the fighter that's complaining because, they're in the middle of a fight. They complain. They want their money and whatever. But here, I just think they got it wrong, whoever the ref was, Herzog or whatever. I thought that was a bad shot. And whatever, it was ruled a body shot. I guess it was close enough. And that's how it goes down on paper. But I don't consider Yanis Ghemmouri a guy with a weak chin or a weak body or any sort of fragility whatsoever. Again, he was rocked against that guy Nowitzki, ended up taking him down right after being rocked and grounding him for the rest of the fight. Maybe getting rocked will turn up his wrestling in this fight. But between that, getting rocked, and also the body shot to William Gomez, I dismiss that. I say this guy's pretty healthy, and that's part of the reason that makes me want to bet on him, because I consider him a durable fighter, and that's the basis for all the rest of the shit that I just talked about. So the pick is Payton Talbott wins a decision, but the bet is Yanis Ghemmouri wins any which fucking way. I think they just got those odds wrong. I'd bet on myself to beat Payton Talbott. And in addition to having no fucking skills whatsoever, I'm a fat pussy. But I'd still see value in a fat pussy against Payton Talbott at fucking plus 1,000 or 850 or whatever it is. So like, share, subscribe, all that horse shit, and check out my other videos.